Hávamál, the Sayings of Har, is an ancient Norse poem, part of the Poetic Edda, one of the main sources of Norse mythology and culture. Its title means the words of the High One, as the wisdom in the poem comes from Odin, the god of knowledge, war, and poetry. Through his journeys, battles, and keen observations, Odin shares lessons about life that feel as relevant today as they were centuries ago. This poem isn't just about gods and legends, it is full of practical advice for everyday life. It talks about how to be a good guest, a wise friend, and a thoughtful person. It offers insights on how to live with honor, show hospitality, and handle life's challenges. At the same time, it reflects on deeper themes like fate, wisdom, and even magic, weaving in a sense of mystery and wonder. What makes Hávamál special is how timeless its lessons are. It reminds us that being smart, kind, and cautious can carry us through life better than wealth or strength alone. The stories and sayings feel like a conversation with an old, wise friend who has seen it all and wants to share what really matters. This book isn't just for history buffs or mythology lovers. It is for anyone who enjoys stories that make you think about the choices you make, the people you trust, and the kind of life you want to lead. Whether you are here for Odin's wisdom or just curious about ancient Norse culture, Hávamál will inspire you to see the world and yourself a little differently. Hávamál, the Sayings of Har. 1. The man who stands at a strange threshold should be cautious before he crosses it. Glance this way and that. Who knows beforehand what foes may sit, awaiting him in the hall? 2. Greetings to the host. The guest has arrived. In which seat shall he sit? Rash is he who at unknown doors relies on his good luck. 3. Fire is needed by the newcomer, whose knees are frozen numb. Meat and clean linen a man needs, who has fared across the fells. 4. Water too, that he may wash before eating. Handcloths and a hearty welcome. Courteous words, then courteous silence, that he may tell his tale. 5. Who travels widely needs his wits about him. The stupid should stay at home. The ignorant man is often laughed at. When he sits at meat with the sage. 6. Of his knowledge, a man should never boast. Rather be sparing of speech. When to his house a wiser comes. Seldom do those who are silent make mistakes. Mother wit is ever a faithful friend. A guest should be courteous. When he comes to the table, and sit in wary silence, his ears attentive, his eyes alert. So he protects himself. 8. Fortunate is he who is favored in his lifetime with praise and words of wisdom. Evil counsel is often given by those of evil heart. 9. Blessed is he who in his own lifetime is awarded praise and wit, for ill counsel is often given by mortal men to each other. 10. Better gear than good sense a traveler cannot carry, better than riches for a wretched man, far from his own home. 11. Better gear than good sense a traveler cannot carry, a more tedious burden than too much drink. A traveler cannot carry, less good than belief would have it, is meed for the sons of men. A man knows less the more he drinks, becomes a befuddled fool. 13. I forget is the name men give the heron, who hovers over the feast. Fettered I was in his feathers that night, when a guest in Gunlaud's court. Drunk I got, dead drunk, when Fjalar the Wise was with me. Best is the banquet one looks back on after, and remembers all that happened. 15. Silence becomes the son of a prince, to be silent but brave in battle. It befits a man to be merry and glad, until the day of his death. The coward believes he will live forever, if he holds back in the battle, but in old age he shall have no peace, though spears have spared his limbs. When he meets friends, the fool gapes, is shy and sheepish at first, then he sips his mead and immediately all know what an oaf he is. 18. He who has seen and suffered much and knows the ways of the world, who has traveled, can tell what spirit governs the men he meets. 19. Drink your mead, but in moderation. Talk sense or be silent. No man is called discourteous who goes to bed at an early hour. 20. A gluttonous man who guzzles away brings sorrow on himself. At the table of the wise he is taunted often, mocked for his bloated belly. 21. The herd knows its homing time and leaves the grazing ground, but the glutton never knows how much his belly is able to hold. 22. An ill-tempered, unhappy man ridicules all he hears, makes fun of others, refusing always to see the faults in himself. Foolish is he who frets at night and lies awake to worry. A weary man, when morning comes, he finds all as bad as before. The fool thinks that those who laugh at him are all his friends, unaware when he sits with wiser men. How will they speak of him? 25. The fool thinks that those who laugh at him are all his friends. When he comes to the thing and calls for support, few spokesmen he finds. 26. The fool who fancies he is full of wisdom, while he sits by his hearth at home, quickly finds when questioned by others that he knows nothing at all. The ignorant booby had best be silent. When he moves among other men, no one will know what a nitwit he is. Until he begins to talk, no one knows less what a nitwit he is than the man who talks too much. 28. To ask well, to answer rightly, are the marks of a wise man. Men must speak of men's deeds. What happens may not be hidden. Wise is he not who is never silent, mouthing meaningless words. A glib tongue that goes on chattering sings to its own harm. 30. A man among friends should not mock another. Many believe the man who is not questioned to know much, and so he escapes their scorn. The wise guest has his way of dealing with those who taunt him at table. He smiles through the meal, not seeming to hear. The twaddle talk by his foes. 32. The fastest friends may fall out when they sit at the banquet board. It is and shall be a shameful thing when guest quarrels with guest. 33. An early meal a man should take before he visits friends, lest when he gets there, he go hungry, afraid to ask for food. 34. To a false friend, the footpath wins, though his house be on the highway. To a sure friend, there is a short cut, though he lives a long way off. 35. The tactful guest will take his leave early, not linger long. He starts to stink who outstays his welcome, in a hall that is not his own. 36. A small hut of one's own is better. A man is his master at home. A couple of goats and a corded roof still are better than begging. 37. A small hut of one's own is better. A man is his master at home. His heart bleeds in the beggar who must ask at each meal for meat. 38. A wayfarer should not walk unarmed, but have his weapons to hand. He knows not when he may need a spear, or what menace meets on the road. 39. No man is so generous he will jib at accepting a gift in return for a gift. No man is so rich that it really gives him pain to be repaid. 40. Once he has won wealth enough, a man should not crave for more. What he saves for friends, foes may take. Hopes are often liars. 41. With presents, friends should please each other, with a shield or a costly coat. Mutual giving makes for friendship, so long as life goes well. 42. A man should be loyal through life to friends and return gift for gift. Laugh when they laugh, but with lies repay. A false foe who lies. 43. A man should be loyal through life to friends, to them and to friends of theirs. But never shall a man make an offer of friendship to his foes. 44. If you find a friend you fully trust and wish for his goodwill, exchange thoughts, exchange gifts, go often to his house. This channel is all about religions and theology. In just a few minutes, you will learn something new and feel at ease. Subscribe to stay tuned.